wanted to make this video and just kind of introduce myself and talk about who I am, what my goals are with this channel, how I even got to this point of wanting to do this, and sort of what's inspired me and what's currently driving me to make videos. And yeah, just sort of about my life and what's going on behind the camera and this very early stages of YouTube golf for me. So my name's Tyler. This is the Bogey Whisperer golf account. And, you know, the name was something that, first of all, it's really hard to come up with a name that doesn't sound corny, that isn't already taken, and that you kind of like. You know, I'm not going to say I hate the name, but it's definitely something that, I sat on a bunch of names for a long, long time, and it was the one I hated the least. And so I'm hoping that it grows on me. You know, Bogey Whisperer is kind of a mouthful, but like I said, again, it's hard to find a name where you can also have the Instagram handle and the handles where you're not having to put a bunch of numbers and underscores stuff. Like my Instagram is just at Bogey Whisperer. So that was kind of a big factor in the name. But, you know, and also a lot of them are, you know, like you have Ben Haddon Golf, you have Grant Horvat Golf, Micah Morris, all those guys. They're like real golfers. And also like Tyler Hamilton Golf just doesn't roll off the tongue either. So Bogey Whisperer is ultimately what I landed on, obviously. So hopefully it sticks. I don't really even know if it's a good name. I just kind of went with it. So now that we're here, let's rewind to, I guess, beginning of the year. So Full Swing came out, and like I'm sure a ton of people who have golfed throughout their life loved Full Swing. I thought it was awesome. It really reinvigorated my love for golf, and I really wanted to get out and start playing golf more. So I started golfing more whenever that came out. I don't know. I should have looked it up, but it was more towards the beginning of the year. And so I was out golfing a lot, and then, you know, your YouTube algorithm and your Instagram algorithm becomes a lot more smarter in what you like. And so I was into golf and like watching golf stuff. So a bunch of golf stuff started popping up on my Instagram, and I saw the account. I'm sure everybody knows, or most people know, Birdogi and his hilarious golf videos where he narrates over his shots and stuff. And he's not a great golfer. And, you know, I watched a couple of those, and I was like, that seems fun. Like I could probably do that. And then I kind of put that on the back burner. And then I remember I was sitting upstairs in this room, and I was watching YouTube. I don't even remember what I was watching, but there was the like suggested whatever videos, and of course a good video pops up, and it's Ricky Fowler and good. And I don't remember how long that video was. It had to have been over 2 hours. I should have looked that up too. But I remember I sat and watched the whole thing. Like I watched the entire video, like in one sitting, the whole thing. And I was hooked from there. Like I was stunned that there wasn't more content like this where pros are playing with like amateurs, right? Or just that dynamic. And so I remember I just fell down the rabbit hole. Like then I was watching Rick Shields and, you know, I was watching a ton of good, and obviously still do. And, you know, and then more time passed, and more Instagram stuff started popping up in my feed. And then like a lot of endeavors I've had in my life, a lot of creative endeavors I've had in my life, I dove head first, and I was like, I want to do this. Like I at least want to do the Instagram thing. You know, I watched Birdogi and I watched all these other golf accounts, and I was like, I can do that. I want to do that. And so, you know, I brought my iPhone and a tripod out to the golf course, just like a ton of other people did. And, you know, started filming golf, and I really liked it. I really liked the process of like bringing the phone out, recording golf, and then bringing it back home and editing it. And I've made other content too. I have my degree in sound engineering. I've produced music and played music for majority of my life. It's not a total foreign concept to me of like recording and editing and stuff. So I already really like that. Like I could already see, okay, you record it, you bring it into Final Cut, you edit it, whatever. The shot tracer stuff was really the only hurdle because there's really only one app that does it and you have to pay for it. I mean, I know other people use like Adobe After Effects, but like I don't subscribe to Adobe because that's just not the one that I have. So anyways, so I started doing that, and then I just kept watching more YouTube and stuff like that. And I really had this itch to go out and film, a 9-hole video or like an 18-hole video. And so I'm lucky enough to have a significant other in my life who supports my pipe dreams and my other lofty goals. And so she was down to come out and film for me. And so the first one we did was in Monterey. We went to Pacific Grove Golf Course, and there was definitely some challenges and some ups and downs of the recording, and just the whole thing was an experience, but it was really, really fun. The editing is fun. I like that part of it. And, it's pretty obvious that it's just an iPhone. I'm just using an iPhone to film these. I think the next step for me would be to get a nicer camera, but this is again, I do dive headfirst into this stuff. Like I've already purchased the nice like wireless microphones. Like that's, those aren't cheap. So I'm trying to get myself to take baby steps. But I am pretty hard on myself as far as the look of my content and the vibe of it. Like I don't want to say particular, but I'm just really judgmental of the product. And like this was like, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, like we just filmed in Hawaii, and, I'm like so meticulous and so particular about it. And like, I think that sometimes that can hold me back, and I need to just start posting stuff and like not worry about it. But that's really hard. But that's another conversation. I have played golf for pretty much not my whole life, but just on and off my whole life. There are stretches where I went maybe a year without golfing, and then, a couple months, like during the summer, a couple years, and I would just go and golf like crazy. But, like my dad would take me out when I was, younger, maybe not when I was like 3 or 4, but when I was like 12 or 13, and I would go out and play with friends and stuff. So it's not like I just picked up golf this year. I've been playing golf for a while. Doesn't mean I'm any good, obviously, but I already liked golf coming into this. Right now, as it stands, I have 48 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm thankful for all 48 of them, and I'm thankful for anybody that's even watching this video and who follows me on Instagram. And I'm really hoping that I can stick this through and get some sort of consistency with it. I have a real job, like a regular job, just like a lot of regular people. I work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and it's pretty tough to find the time to go out and eat up, 4.5, 5 hours on a Saturday or Sunday with your significant other who also works a 9 to 5. And we also have other things going on in our life to try and get like, okay, on a Saturday, we're going to go out and do this thing. Like it's really tough. So the fact that I have 2 under my belt, 2 18-hole videos under my belt, feels pretty good. I think I should give myself some credit. And, I'm editing all the videos too, obviously. And it's a lot to find time to do that in between everything, that goes on in my life. I mean, like I said, I don't have like a ton of free time, and the free time that I have, I try and allocate to this. But, for now, I'm just trying to stay consistent with it. But it's harder than it's not harder than I thought it was going to be. It's just as hard as I thought it was going to be, I guess is what I was going to say. I was expecting this. I wish I would have known about this like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I'm not an old guy. I know that, but I'm also not like 19. I'm 29, and I'll be 30 in a couple months. And that's a whole nother conversation. I'm having quite the complex about turning 30. But, you know, I do feel like I got a really late start to this. And, you know, it's at times very discouraging because you have these big accounts, you have the behemoths, you have the good goods, and like I said, the Grant Horvat and the Bob Does Sports. Like, I love the Bob Does Sports videos. I think they're hilarious. And, you know, you watch their videos and it's like, God, they have like a full camera crew. They have the drones, they have all this stuff. And like, I want to get there. Like, I have drones. Like, I like to take, I like to do drone photography. Like, I have that stuff. I don't have like a fancy camcorder. Like, I don't have one of those yet. But like, I want to get there, but it's hard to facilitate that at the time that I'm at right now. And I want to get to that point at some point. But for now, it's just going to be keep it simple, one camera, probably an iPhone, maybe 2 camera angles if I can figure that out. I guess a little bit more about me. Like I said, I've played music for a long time. All the music you hear in the videos, whether you hate it or you like it, I've made. Pretty much 99% of all the music I've created or made. You know, there's some samples and stuff that I've pulled in there just for whatever reason, but all the music is just banked stuff that I've made over the years and haven't done anything with. So I think that's also another fun thing for me, is to have that other creative outlet, the music outlet. I can use that in these videos, and I can feel like I'm really putting, for lack of a better term, my heart and my soul into these videos. Even though it's just like a silly, dumb golf video, it's like I can really like create a mood or like put music to it that I've made. Like, that feels cool to do. Another thing I really, really like about the golf world, as far as from a content perspective, is it feels different than when I was doing music and like filming myself for Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you know, making little music videos, or not music videos, but like turn on a camera and, you know, playing guitar or whatever. It's like I was so self-conscious about how the music sounded and how I looked in the video, and like just very, very, very over, I guess, self-conscious, I guess is the way to put it. But with the golf, I don't have to like try to be good at golf, if that makes sense. Like, obviously I'm trying to be good at golf, but like I'm going out there and I'm hitting the shots, and then like I'm just living with it and like reacting to it, and then that's the content. Like the content is almost like built into the thing that you're doing. Like, I'm reacting to my bad golf shots or my good golf shots, and that's what I really like about it. Is like I feel like I don't have to try I don't have to try to play good golf to make good content, as opposed to like making music. I feel like I would have to try and make like a really cool thing, a catchy, hooky thing to post on TikTok or Instagram or wherever. As opposed to this, it's like I just have to go out and play golf and just hope that something cool happens. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. So that's pretty much where I'm at now with the channel. And if you're watching this, I genuinely appreciate it. And if you're subscribed, I really, really appreciate it. This is my first time like really, really trying the YouTube thing and really, really trying the content stuff. And so if you are watching this, head over to Instagram and follow me as well. And TikTok, you know, it's a slow growth, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to be myself, trying to be authentic, and trying to put myself out there. So again, I really appreciate it. And hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be in a golf video. Peace.